Well, a very blessed and I pray peaceful afternoon to each and every one of you who have taken some of your valuable time away from your daily activities to listen to this very short message of encouragement to some and to enlightenment of others. This is Dr. Samuel Kirkland Sr., your servant leader, navigator from Shepherd's Care Ministries of Tampa Bay, Shepherd's Care Fellowship, and Shepherd's Care Institute Outreach Ministries from Shepherd's Care Ministries of Tampa Bay. We're located in the epicenter of this plague that is now all over the world here in the state of Florida. And I'm bringing this message to you that was laid upon my heart to speak to an issue of the fact that God is not in a hurry. So why are we? God is not in a hurry to relieve us of this plague that obviously is acceptable to God, or it wouldn't be here. Obviously, that until God is ready and say so, this plague will not be taken away. So if God is not in a hurry, then why are we? Why are we in a hurry to listen to the very ones who got us into this dilemma? Why? As my good friend, Dr. Ron Sanderson, Ph.D., out in Fort Worth, Texas, formerly from the city of Tampa, very good friend of mine. We talk about things on a daily basis. We look at the therapeutics, the psychological impact upon our bodies, and ultimately the stress, the anxiety, which leads to depression. And so as a clinical, I'm going to say psychologist, and as a clinical counselor of religious counseling, we have concluded, and much to my chagrin, Dr. Sanderson shared something with me many months ago, even years. And he said, Dr. K, as I am affectionately known to him, and he, Dr. S to me, he said, why would the slave run to the master for freedom? Or, in this day's vernacular, why would we who are of color run to the master to give us the solution to overcome this plague that has come upon the whole earth? Why would we run back to the master? Why are we in such a hurry to get back into the bars and to even listen to this perverted master and his mind's eye to, if you will, send our school kids back to school to have a verdict of death upon them? Or as I saw recently, a teacher had a sign says, I can't teach from the grave. Why would we listen to a perverted mind, a narcissistic, a egotistical, sociopathic sadist? Why would we be in a hurry to come out of this pandemic or epidemic listening to a retarded fool, a master, whose only agenda here is to get you back in the fields, to get the field inward people back in the field, picking cotton so that he can make a profit. Doesn't care about your kids, as it were in the days of slavery, pulling them out of school to go out into the fields to bring in the crop so that the massa could make a profit. Doesn't care if you go back into the establishment drinking, carousing, and die. A sadist loves death, loves to have punishment upon the people. That's what sadists do. That's what a psychopath would do. No one of their sound mind, with the trusting and hope in the Most High, Ave Uve, Yahweh, anyone who trusts and have hope in Yah would not even suggest that you would go outside and try and restore a normal which got us into the situation we're in today. Why? Because sadists don't care. Psychopaths don't care. Egotistical maniacs don't care. Narcissistic people don't care. And this so-called Portis, this fake Portis, President of the United States, and all of his little imps don't care. So if they're rushing, pushing you to get back out into harm's way, you must ask the question, why? Why? Let me take a moment here. Sidebar. I play a song at the beginning of each one of our podcasts, and it's called Lift Every Voice and Sing. It's also acknowledged by those of us who went through that portion of Jim Crow, coming out of the recovery. We needed a song for us to give us hope and to, if you will, identify those things that we had endured. So we call it the Negro National Anthem. Now today, we call it the Black National Anthem. And I've looked on YouTube and I see so many people saying, why would you have a song that separates us? Oh yes, that's all we need, another national anthem. Well, I'm not going to acknowledge your national anthem, NASA. I did. I put my life in harm's way in 2 skirmishes, Dominican Republic and the Republic of Vietnam, and all of the other times I served. And for what? When you listen to the second stanza of what you call your national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner, you'll find out that that song refers to us as being slaves. And so many words wanting to maintain the status quo, that we would remain in slavery. So why would I want to acknowledge that? Why would Kaepernick take a knee? Why are the other members of the sports establishment taking a knee? Because they cannot justify what that song says. So if you can't appreciate Lift Every Voice and Sing as an anthem for us, then it's just too bad. Either grow up or shut up. And now to my Caucasian brothers and sisters who served alongside of me, not only in the military, but in my community and in government and in the body of Christ. You have made statements, or you just completely turned me off. And I've heard some things come back to me to say, well, boy, we didn't know that Reverend Kirkland was that black. Well, you never asked me. You never really looked at me. Maybe you heard my voice, which might be a little bit different in tonnage. But did you ever ask me what's in my heart? And why is it in my heart? I still love you. You can respond or you don't have to. Doesn't matter. Because if this message doesn't resonate with you, it's not for you. So it does not affect me one iota to have you turn me off. It's our loss. Yes, our loss. Yours and mine both. Because we had some very, very productive and very spirit-filled fellowships together. But if you're this shallow, because I'm willing to speak up and be truthful about my feelings, what's in my heart, and you're not, then that's on you. Now, back to the subject at hand. Why are we in such a hurry if God is not in a hurry? Why are we putting our hope in the Master, the very one who put us into slavery? Oh, the book of books speaks about it all the time. It even tells the Israelites, why would you go back to the one who threw you out without even giving you a bath? Not even rubbing you with salt. Threw you back out there. The very ones who threw you out there. Once you were cleaned up by the Most High, giving you jury, ankle jury, and even nose jury, then you went right back to the one who threw you out without so much as regard to the fact that you were pimped by him before. Pimped by him before. I use an analogy in my teaching moments. And I say that, why would you as a prostitute, as it were in the case of Gomer and Hosea, why would you go back out to the pimp